Greetings, everyone. This is the Sailor the Terror of Death 99, aka the Black Cobra. This is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Now, when we left off last night, we actually found out that it was not Matthew Longard inside the Nickel Samurai costume. It was actually his manager, Adrian Andrews. We also found out some other stuff, mainly that Andrew's mentor, Celeste Impacts, had actually committed suicide 2 years prior, and that Andrews herself had also attempted suicide. We also found out that the murder victim, Juan Carita, was not actually stabbed to death. He was actually strangled. Somebody had actually stabbed him after he was already dead. As for who it was, that we don't know yet. Hopefully, we're gonna find out tonight. One moment, everyone. I just need to check something real fast. And we will continue in just a moment. Anyway, I apologize for that. Just had some quick work to deal with. Now, let's continue, shall we? She is your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at her was, well, her. So at the ceremony during the break, sweeping like a log the entire time. See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your hakama. Yes, she is the real killer. She was the one who murdered Juan Carita. She has her own agenda. I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over. It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today. That's right, Mia. Her motive is related to Celeste Impact's missing suicide note. Miss Andrews depended on Miss Impacts as her strength and reason to live. But then Miss Impact suddenly killed herself. Personally, I don't buy that. I think somebody murdered her. As for who, that I'm unaware of yet. Sounds like she left a suicide note and the person thought to have hidden it is Juan Carita, the victim of this murder. And that's why I think Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Carita. All to get that suicide note back. Yes? Better see to Miss Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Miss Impacts. It was Edgeworth. I have no intention of doing so, Mia. Let us continue, shall we? Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Matthew Edgeworth and Mr. Matthew Onguard. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please. Prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court, Miss Adrian Andrews. The person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Carita's room. Occupation, please. Manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matthew Onguard. Yes? Yes? Ah, she's talking about the tabloids. If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me. Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim. She was seeing Mr. Carita. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matthew and Juan. This was a private matter between Juan and myself. No one is accusing you of that. I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews. Very well then. Witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place. When I found the body. It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matthew from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. And there was his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. Felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. Okay, so that could explain the wine glass full of tomato juice. That would explain how her fingerprints got on the wine glass. Disturb the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor. Sorry, I can't speak tonight. One moment, please. Okay. Gladly, Your Honor. I will cross-examine the witness. That is true, Mia, but she also has a very dark secret. I think we already know about that, since I already mentioned it last night. In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. Disrupt her pacing. She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offense is the instant this trial is over. Let's see what we have here. One moment, please. Hold it. What was Mr. On-Guard doing at the time? He was taking a nap. He was worn out from his mini-performance as a nickel samurai during the ceremony. Mr. On-Guard did say he was taking a nap. And I guess you could say it could not have been taken out of his room, yes? I'm aware of that, Mr. Edgeworth. Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. On-Guard's knife from his room? I know that, Mr. Edgeworth. Hold it. Why did you enter Juan's room? As a friendly gesture, Juan was to make an appearance with the other heroes. So the show was supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? I'm not buying it. The two of them were rivals. Plus, Mr. On-Guard actually had a grudge against Mr. Kurita. Is that the only reason, Miss Andrews? You had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had a more personal matter to discuss with the victim. She's lying. I can't get her to talk without a strong piece of evidence. Witness, what did you see when you got to his room? Hold it. You were in shock? Miss Andrews is a very calculating person. And despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Kurita. That's a good point there, Mr. Edgeworth. Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not. What I saw was actually the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. Hold it! This is the photo you're referring to, correct? With the knife lodged in Mr. Kurita's chest? And the guitar case was like this too? And then what did you do next, witness? Hold it! There's a bottle of tomato juice on the table. So I know myself. You didn't drink any of it, did you? There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. Set the glass down without drinking it. Miss Andrews, I'd like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Kurita, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct? Your mind was a complete blank? I think not. I don't think that was possible for you. What one thing? I think that is a very big deal. What was she starting to say just now? Miss Andrews, I'm convinced that as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was. Okay, so she was the one who knocked the flower vase over. Flower vase? You're talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? The mess of glass shards? It's originally on top of the dresser. When I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case. Why did you withhold such an important piece of information? She does have a point on that one. Because the two of them actually got into a fight, it is possible that one of them could have actually knocked over the vase. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony, witness. Hold it! What kind of flower vase was it? A glass vase, it was fairly big and heavy. Thought I would try to take Juan's pulse. So I set the glass I was holding down onto the dresser. That's when my elbow accidentally hit the vase. That's odd. I thought she was always in total control of herself. Ah, greetings, wolves. Welcome to the Cobra Pit. I'm aware of that, Mia. Doesn't sound like there's any glaring contradictions in her testimony just now. I know that, Mia. Keep on the offensive and not let up. I know that. I have to find something. I have to, for Maya's sake. Wait a minute. Something's not right. I was the one who knocked the flower vase over where it fell onto the guitar case. Objection, Your Honor. You testified that you knocked the flower vase over, correct? And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case? It's not some problem, it's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what's so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside. Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about that guitar case. Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor. Why are there no pieces of the vase inside the guitar case? If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shards would have been inside, not outside the case.
Objection!
Objection! Objection, Your Honor. No. Think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else. Exactly. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case. Exactly. I'm aware of that, Mr. Edgeworth. That may very well be, however... Shit. Damn it. Yes. The empty guitar case. I believe there's a crucial piece of the puzzle. And I actually know what that piece of the puzzle is. If Juan Carrito was actually scheduled to actually be at that hotel that night, why didn't he bring the guitar with him? Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case. The guitar case. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. The case was empty after all. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Oh, I think it is a very important point. Something's not right. Hold it! During your testimony just now, did you remember those events clearly in your mind? Are you sure you were the one who opened the guitar case? Sounds like her dependent side is taking over. Well, Miss Andrews? Hold it! So you opened the guitar case then? Why did you open it? Mr. Carrito's dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? I would think that the first thing you would do would be a call for help, not open a guitar case. Objection! I know that, Mr. Edgeworth. Why would she care about the bright red guitar? Hold it. Was it really empty? I was just wondering if maybe when you opened the case, the guitar was still inside. Objection! I know that, Mr. Edgeworth. Hold it! Was that because you were shocked and dazed at discovering the victim's body? I'm not gonna get anywhere if I continue pressing her like this. The only way to make her talk is with evidence. I guess I should give it a try. I know that, Mia. I wasn't planning on letting up, but if we had a weapon to hit her with, I know that, Mia. Something's not right. I don't buy that. Something's not right. Objection, Your Honor. There is no way you were the one who opened the guitar case. Because the only fingerprints on the guitar case are the ones of the victim. What do you mean? Why would you be wearing gloves at the time? I don't buy that. I'm not buying it. Something's not right. You're wearing gloves? Isn't that a little strange? Oh, yes I do. That's quite easy. Take that! I have your proof right here. This wine glass. You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it would be a little strange that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case? Exactly. Bingo. Was it actually empty? That's what we don't know. Exactly. In fact, I even mentioned this last night. What if something else was actually in the guitar case aside from the guitar? There's obviously something else inside of it. Question is, what? I don't buy it. Witness was not wearing gloves despite the fact that on the case. I'm not not steering this off topic there, Mr. Edgeworth.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I am sure that the guitar case has some relation to the murder.
Objection!
Substantiate my outrageous claim? Of course. Let's suppose for a second that the vibrating guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case. Like I just said. Also what I said last night. During last night's live stream.
Objection!
No. Exactly. The case was not empty. I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove. Bingo. I know exactly what was inside that case. I can find it. Oh no, don't tell me I didn't get it.
Take that!
Bingo. Here it is. Yes, what is important is what's inside the picture, Your Honor. It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is... inside the guitar case was a nickel samurai! The hero's very own costume. Well, Mr. OnGuard actually did actually have a press conference that night, so it would only make sense for him to actually bring his costume with him. And he was supposed to wear his costume during the press conference. That's exactly what I'm saying, Mr. Edgeworth. That same point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she can make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews? Say what you will there, Mr. Edgeworth. You call it preposterous, I call it true. Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct? Indeed. That's exactly what I'm doing. That photograph. Bingo. So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume. I'm aware of that, Mr. Edgeworth. That's a good point. That's a simple answer. Baffling, but simple. It was a spare costume, of course. Mr. Ongar didn't take his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we were talking about was a spare costume. Exactly. Yep. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yep. Exactly, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm aware of that, Your Honor. There was the sticking point.
Objection!
No. No, Mr. Edgeworth, I have not been. Of course I can explain it there, Mia. Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Nickel Samurai spare costume to the hotel because of this.
Take that!
On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference. Yes. The Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference. But what struck me as strange as what Mr. Ongar himself was that Mr. Ongar himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. The way I see it, that can only mean one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Juan Corrida himself. Spare nickel costume spare nickel samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Kurita was going to be holding the press conference as the nickel samurai. That's something we don't know yet. However, what I am concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference. Exactly, Mr. Edgeworth. Which means that Juan Kurita, posing as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Matthew Ongard. Exactly. That's not a confession. That's public disclosure. Pardon me? What? Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this. Okay, so she was the one who helped set it up. Want to bet everything on the German Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway. He was going to ruin him. Basically, to put it simple, everyone, not only was he going to ruin his entire career, that's basically would have been public humiliation. That's basically it in a nutshell. Looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matthew's acting career had it been revealed. Exactly. Do you know what this secret of Mr. Ongard is, Miss Andrews? I know what it is. I'm not going to tell you all, but you will find out. Possibly tonight.